What's up, man?
What's going on?
Well, I have a criticism to start off with.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good criticism.
I like criticism.
Yeah, it's from the most unlikely person to ever watch our podcast, and they don't watch it at all. They just, this person has no clue how to use a phone.
Okay.
But I was like, I'll show him a little, clip. So it's my dad.
Nice.
And so I thought it'd be cool to show him the mustache thing because I wanted to hear his opinion on. He's a Sam Elliott kind of guy, so
Yeah.
I was wondering where he would rank everybody. And he landed on Sam and Tom, were his two,
Right.
because of obviously the Sacketts and stuff like that. But he was upset
Oh.
because we had the joke where I was in there. He goes, "Why didn't you put me in there?" So I was like, my dad had some mustaches back in the day.
Okay.
He had the, not the full handlebar, but it kind of stopped like right in this area. So I remember him having that when I was a kid. But then he brought up an even better point. We missed Sonny with the Fu Manchu.
It's true.
Sonny
True.
rocked the Fu
My
Manchu.
dad had the Fu Manchu.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll tell Coy on the next podcast.
We missed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got any pictures of that. I got one awesome picture with Dad in a Fu Manchu.
Yeah.
It'll be on the screen next week.
Yeah, we'll have to put it up there. Which he automatically goes
Number one.
number. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see your dad's.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can get a picture of it. He may not have had it by the time when you came around, but when I was in grade school, he rocked one for a while.
We'll compare them.
So
I'll tell you right now, the one with Sonny, my dad, it's him with the Fu Manchu, and he's got his mechanic shirt on. It's like unbuttoned to his belly button.
you win.
And he's got like this Richard Petty cowboy hat on. So it's gonna be hard to beat.
The one I got's my dad's in a horizontal striped, I think it's black and white kind of shirt, gray and white shirt, and he's got some kind of trucker hat on, and he's holding my sister out on the farm. And yeah, like I said, it's not the full Fu Manchu. It just kind of comes down and kind of plays with the Fu Manchu a little bit.
Kind of 70s stuff.
But yeah, we had a pretty good time. He was not a fan of the Teddy Roosevelt, and I was like, so I had to explain to him who Teddy was.
Teddy's the dude.
He was thinking about the Sacketts and all them old cowboys and stuff. He watched Quigley.
Yeah, Quigley.
So that he did. But yeah, Sam Elliott and Tom Selleck were his 1-2.
Yeah, we're just fans of Roosevelt.
Yeah, fanboy. Yeah.
We fanboy out a little bit of Teddy. So again, I say it all the time. I'll say it again. Through the Brazilian rainforest is one of the best reads I ever had.
Yeah,
great book. But man's man.
Yes. And that's why I kind of was like, man, Sonny deserves a spot on there.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, both of our dads are pretty manly.
Yeah.
Compared to us, they're super manly. But that's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah.
Our boys are probably think the same way.
Yeah.
Our dad's pretty tough.
I hope so. Probably not, but
I know that my dad said that his dad was tough, like rough, brutal, and he fought in World War II. And so I get it. He's probably right, but I don't know if every kid thinks of their dad that way, but it's probably correct.
yeah, I think my grandpa, my dad's dad, I think he fought in World War II also, and he was a pretty rough guy. So
hard to beat that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got us something here.
I see.
So
Red Solo Cup.
on the internet, it was stated that I'm a big Dr. Pepper fan. Let me just say it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I drink sugar-free Dr. Pepper, but of all the sugar-free drinks, sugar-free Dr. Pepper is the best tasting sugar-free drink out there. Maybe sugar-free Red Bulls up there too. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Dr. Pepper is awesome, and I love Dr. Pepper. My wife, Brandy, loves Dr. Pepper. Everyone I know likes Dr. Pepper. If you don't like Dr. Pepper, I don't like you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't want you to talk to me.
Uh-huh. You want me to break your heart?
What?
My mom hates Dr. Pepper.
Oh, well, I love your mom.
She says it tastes like cough medicine.
I recant everything I said. I still mean it for everybody else.
Yeah.
except for
Unless you're my mom.
Unless you're Jeremy's mom. Don't look at me if you don't like Dr. Pepper. No, but so the internet claims if you put 2 parts Coca-Cola and 1 part root beer, that's the recipe
For Dr. Pepper.
for Dr. Pepper.
I can say I do the 23 flavors. I believe one of them's root beer and Dr. Pepper.
Sarsaparilla. What is it like? People say sassafras. What's the other flavor? People talk about root beer. It's like a star anise almost, like an anise flavor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some people but most people like Dr. Pepper. Some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
Cough syrup. But he's a doctor. He's going to give you cough syrup.
Yeah.
That's what you go to the doctor for.
It fixes what ails you.
It's medicine for your soul. But I feel like Dr. Pepper, pretty ubiquitous. People like it. But I think root beer is polarizing. People either like root beer or they hate it. Like it's one of those. It divides.
Yes.
Like you're in that camp or you're not. I like root beer. I'm not like the biggest fan of root beer, but I like it. But my favorite is Mark's.
Yes.
So that's what we're using today.
Nice. That's number 3 for me on my list. I love root beer. So for me, my number 1 is Culver's.
Culver's.
Yeah, you used to be able to get it out of the tap.
Yeah, they had the.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. It's a fountain. It's in the fountain drink thing. But the Culver's root beer is probably my favorite, and then I would go Dad's. It's my second. Dad's root beer.
About Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see it around much. We have it at a little grocery store right next to the
Isn't there
house.
one that was like dogs inside or something?
Yeah, there's Suds. There's Mug. That has the bulldog on it.
The
Mug.
dog on it.
Yeah.
Suds, Mug. Yeah. Barks.
But yeah, that's good. That's usually the one I get.
So A&W is probably like the worst. Right? But they used to have the A&W restaurant where you can get it out of the tap too.
Yeah, and
That's pretty good.
we went there. Me and Jack went there quite a bit on State Street.
So when you think ice cream float, do you think root beer float?
Yes.
Because a lot of people like Coca-Cola floats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Big Red, yeah, Big Red float. You can get that at the Holiday World.
Yeah.
In Santa Claus, Indiana.
But I think if you're talking about floats, it's root beer.
Yeah.
Root beer float.
We used to, and this may be where I never really thought about it much, but this may be where my addiction came from. Was when we worked on the farm at my dad's, or my grandma's farm with my dad and everybody. You know, we would once every summer go to Polly's Freeze, and we would all. This will date me a little bit, but we get in a pickup truck. Everybody just rode in the back,
right? Yeah.
And you would go to the Polly's, which is the ice cream place, and that's what we all got was root beer floats. And that was one thing I always looked forward to every summer was there was that one day we were going to quit work, load up,
go to Polly's,
and get a root beer float. So I'd never heard of the Coke float and the Big Red float until, like I said, we saw the Big Red float's popular at Holiday World.
Yeah.
And the Coke float, I don't
get that. I don't even understand. Why would you do that? Big Red, I kind of understand, but Big Red to me, it just tastes like red food coloring. It's
if I'm getting a Big Red,
Red 40 is the flavor.
And once again, it's my Culver's thing. If I'm getting a Big Red, it's White Castle, Big Red. Right. Same thing, right out there.
They go together.
Yep.
Big Red, White Castle, so root beer and Culver's.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of they go together.
I think so.
Yeah. So what we have here is one of these. We're gonna do a blind taste test. We got them labeled 1, 2, and 3, and underneath the cup is going to tell you what is there. So one of these is straight up the original Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
The next one is Dr. Thunder,
which
is, I think, the closest. Now, this is just my opinion.
Yeah. Where do you land on not to interrupt, but where do you land on Diet Dr. Pepper?
As far as?
I think if I drink a diet drink, it's going to be Diet Dr. Pepper. I don't drink any other diet drinks.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah.
By far. Actually, I'm going to say something crazy here. I prefer Diet Dr. Pepper to regular.
That's what they say, though.
Because...
Or no, it tastes more like regular Dr.
More like regular Dr. Pepper.
So that's probably why, then.
I think it's just... Like, sometimes, like your mom would say, Dr. Pepper can be too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
it's too cloying so much. But Diet Dr Pepper is not as sweet. Still got that kick. Still got the peppery bite to it. And when I want something, that's when I want. I try not to drink a lot of sodas, but when I want that kind of hit from a carbonation drink, that's why I like Dr Pepper. It still gives me that bite. So, and now I've heard that the root beer is good.
The diet. I've never had the diet root beer, but I've probably had just the regular like Coke, Pepsi. I think I've had Diet Big Red, which is awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diet Dr Pepper is the only diet drink that I'm like.
Diet Mountain Dew's not bad.
I like it.
I don't like
Mountain Dew's good.
I'm not a Mountain Dew person, but I like Diet Mountain Dew's okay.
Yeah.
Now, with the Dr Pepper flavors that are out there, you've got Dr Pepper.
Oh, you got a million of these.
You got Dr Thunder, which we're going to try today, which I think is the closest. That's just my opinion. That's why I brought it. The other ones are like Mr. Pibb. This guy's not even a doctor. You know what I mean? He didn't even get his doctorate. And why we're trusting him, I don't have any idea. Mr. Pibb. And now he's not even called Mr. Pibb. He dropped the Mr.
It's just Pibb.
Oh, he's Pibb Extra.
Pibb. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's got some weird pronouns now. It's like, we don't even know what he's about. Add some cherry flavoring. It's not even a doctor drink. So I didn't bring Mr. Pibb because of that. I'm trying to remember what Aldi was. What's their drinks called? Because I kind of remember that Aldi had a doctor. Like,
they do, but I don't remember what it
Dr.
was.
Shasta, I remember that. Shasta Cola. But they have Dr. Death now. So I almost thought about trying one of these where we try to do like the Dr. Death water. They got Poppy has one, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's Zevia, Dr. Zevia. Oh. It's got a healthy one. But anyhow, so what we have here is Dr. Pepper, Dr. Thunder, both doctors. I mean, they have their doctorate.
No pronouns, no Mr.
We can trust these. Heck, it could be female doctor. I don't know, Dr. Thunder.
Yeah.
But they're bringing it. And then last we have the internet's concoction of Coca-Cola. 2 parts Coca-Cola.
And
name brand Coca-Cola. And we're using Barks.
You're sparing no expense for this.
Right. 2 parts Coca-Cola, 1 part Barks root beer, and we got to write down our...
So we're guessing, right?
We're guessing. And same thing with the peanut butter. We're going to guess and pick our favorite.
All right.
Because if I pick something other than Dr. Pepper, I think all my credibility might be lost there.
You should have saved that rant for after.
yeah. Like, all right, so where are you going to start? I got 1, 2, and 3 here.
Let's go with number 1.
All right, don't look at the bottom.
All right, don't look at the bottom. Or can we guess out loud?
Yeah, I think we both know.
I think that's the mix.
That's the mix by far.
And got it, my mustache. My prize-winning mustache.
It's not close to Dr. Pepper.
No. It's almost like a flat drink.
And I just opened it. Just did right before it came in. Number 1 is the mix.
Yeah.
It has a cleaner quality. Doesn't it taste like some kind of cleaner? Like a...
Okay, it's number 2. Wait. I'm not even tasting this. I'm going to see if I can do this by smell.
You smelling it?
Hold on.
By the way, that's my least favorite. I know you tried the other.
Okay.
It smells good, though.
It does smell good. It almost fooled me. I was going to say by smell, it's Dr. Pepper, but I think it's the other doctor.
It's good, though.
You said it was Thunder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're Doc. I think that's Doc Thunder.
That is good, though. You're right. Oh, man.
I may be wrong.
Maybe you're wrong. I don't know. That's good, too.
Yeah, I'm switching. I think 3 is Doc Thunder, and 2 is Pepper. We don't look at us not, or at least I have nothing to lose in this because I lose every one of these.
This is crazy.
What do you think, Jack? I'll have to repeat everything you say.
I think number 2 is Dr. Thunder and number 3.
So you're 2 Dr. Thunder and 3 Dr. Pepper. So you got opposite of what I think.
I agree.
They did both
I agree
taste.
with Jacqueline.
So I'm the only. Oh man, they do taste a lot alike though.
But here, I've got something crazy to say. Whatever, I'll say it right now. I'm gonna put my cards on the table.
All in.
I think that number 3 is Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
But my favorite drink was number 2.
I agree. That's why I went around because I was like, I like number 2. And are we looking yet?
Let's reveal. We know number 1.
Yeah, this is the mix.
Yep.
What was that say? Oh, C and RB.
Yep. Coke and we knew that. That's not good. That's not close to Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper. It's something. It's an abomination. Did you think that was terrible too?
Yeah, it tasted like...
Oh, it tastes like kind of. I felt like some kind of cleaner was in it.
See, and I thought it was just flat, like a soda that goes flat. It's
Yeah.
kind of warm and been out in the car, and you try to.
Well, let's reveal number 2.
Thunder. Daggone, I should have stuck with my original.
Dude, let me say this. There's so much more flavor in Dr. Thunder than Dr. Pepper. Like, I feel like it's stronger.
And it's
I like Dr. Thunder.
You do like Dr. Pepper better? Jacqueline likes Dr. Pepper better.
Dr. Thunder is cheaper too.
It is cheaper. But this almost has like an amaretto in it.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, you're right.
Jack agrees.
Man, I'm going to have to get Brandy's take on that.
Yeah,
I
the
wonder if I've been drinking
amaretto.
diet so long that it's changed my opinion on Dr. Pepper.
You know what? It's probably because we grew up, not with a lot of money, and we had more Dr. Thunder
drank
than we did. Yeah.
Way more Dr. Thunder growing up than I did Dr. Pepper. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. The internet was wrong.
Yeah, that's false. Fake news.
Yeah, fake news. You can try it for yourself, I'm telling you. 2 parts of Coca-Cola and 1 part of root beer is gross.
Yeah, just drink root beer.
Yeah, or go buy Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the money, go buy Dr. Thunder. It's good.
It fooled me.
It is a little different. Like, there's a little difference in these flavors between Dr. Pepper and Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper.
you were right. They were stupid close, though.
Yeah, really close. I almost feel like Dr. Thunder had more flavor, but Jacqueline said,
Yeah. And I'm 0 for 3 on everything we compete against.
what else?
I lost the peanut butter thing. I've
Oh,
lost
the baseball.
the baseball thing. And now I know nothing about Dr. Pepper.
Well, let me be
You
honest.
got the fight, right?
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't do that on
We
the
didn't
podcast.
do that in the podcast, though. We picked some UFC fights. Jeremy blew the doors off me on the UFC fight, which they got another one coming up. So
Yep.
We can do that in the segment sometime. But in the history of our friendship, though, historically, in our competitions, you beat me. So I feel like,
It's revenge time.
yeah, if I got a few up on you, we're just.
So I literally peaked in high school. This is it.
I don't know about high school, but I remember at one point I worked so hard at Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Oh yeah, yeah.
to where I can get better than you,
And you did.
and I did.
Yes.
I did.
Hands down.
1080. I don't know.
The snowboard. No, you because I let you borrow it. See, that's the problem. You borrowed it.
I
You
got
kept it
obsessed
for
with it.
yeah.
Right.
And you just played it and got better than me. Tony Hawk, you broke your leg, right?
Yeah,
And then your 6 weeks of just.
I broke my foot.
Oh, yeah,
And
your foot,
so
yeah.
I had 6 weeks of back in the day just playing Tony Hawk,
hmm
and then the next time we played, I was just like, fighting forward with you.
You know what it is? I just don't have the. We've set it with the peanut butter thing. I couldn't be on the Gordon Ramsay. Where they taste the stuff and.
Your palate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Almost said palate. Is that right? Palate or palate?
Palette, right? Like a palette of goods that you purchase.
Mm-hmm. Is that the same thing?
I don't think it's the same thing, but I think you say it.
Jacqueline says it's not the same thing, but you say it the same way.
If she's got the interweb, she can look it up.
Yeah.
Palette,
So, yeah.
palette,
So I load. We call them skids at work, though. So
Yeah.
go get that skid.
Your taste skids are not as good.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But cheers.
I got water over here. That's too sweet. Your mom might be right. This is
number one down.
tepid water, too. It's not great.
I finished off the mix. Well, it's a sad day.
It's sad.
It is a sad day. We have lost the Cosby Show guy, Theo Huxtable.
Theo Huxtable?
Yep.
What was his name?
I don't know. Theo.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Let me say this before you go any further on this.
All right.
Jacqueline's like the harbinger of sorrow on this. He just like the storm crow of death. Just putting that out there into the universe for it to
Yeah.
Elaborate.
to manifest.
Well, I'll get there. She broke my heart.
Yeah.
So Jack may no longer be the podcast person
Nope.
anymore.
No, she will, because we don't want to do it.
Yeah, we don't. And plus, I don't know how.
Yeah.
But so yeah, him and then Ozzy.
Ozzy, yeah. That hurt
So
me.
yeah, we'll swing back to talk about Ozzy for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
I watched the Cosby Show a little bit, and he was quite young. I think he drowned.
Yeah, it's
Whatever. He was
sad.
like
Yeah, for
50s,
sure.
I think.
Yeah.
But Ozzy, and then this is where Jack enters the picture. She told me, she goes, I wonder who the third one's going to be. The internet, it piped out. Nobody can hear you. You don't have a mic. So
This is my show.
yeah, I have the mic. And
You will hear.
but no, we were joking around, and she said that the internet says. Is that right? The internet. We're gonna blame the internet. not
Every
you.
time we say the internet says, we
Yeah.
need to have a decal or something that pops up. The internet says.
Yeah, that it always comes in threes. So we were talking about this, and today is the 24th of July, right? Look at me go.
Yeah.
We lost Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that hurts me.
Hulkster Nation.
Yeah,
We
grew up watching Hulk Hogan,
Absolutely.
but like I said, I didn't. I watched a little bit of the Cosby Show, so sorry for we won't spend a lot of time on that, but
Yeah, we don't know much about it.
yeah, I don't know much about him, but Ozzy is a big part of our lives.
Yeah. Ozzy was one of my favorites.
Mhm.
And it's bad for a preacher to say, I guess, but I loved Ozzy.
My one Ozzy story is that I came to this church one time wearing an Ozzy shirt, and one of the members here, she approached me and said, "Oh my goodness, he looks like he worships the devil." One, I was surprised because she was an older lady, and I just figured she probably grew up with Ozzy. Like, you don't know who Ozzy Osbourne is?
Yeah, you don't know
So I
who
said,
Ozzy
yeah,
is.
it's Ozzy. He's the Prince of Darkness. And then there was an audible,
That's hilarious. Well, first off, you got called here at our church. They called you Megadeth for
Yeah.
like a couple of years because,
Because of that shirt.
but it wasn't a Megadeth shirt though, was it?
yeah, it was the Ozzy shirt.
It was all. That's
This-
the reason the Ozzy.
The same people. Yes, I got it on our me and Jack's honeymoon.
Hmm.
There was a T-shirt shop that they would make. You just pick out what you wanted. They'd make it. Bam. So I made me a nice Ozzy shirt. Wore it to church.
Still got that shirt?
No, I may or may not have gotten a little fatter over the years.
Yeah.
And it was a crop top, I think, by the time I got rid of it.
That's funny though that they got. How'd they get Megadeth out of that then?
Well, and we always laugh about it because, like, not that I dislike Megadeth, but I'm a Metallica guy
Yeah.
all the way. So
And you have 1,000 Metallica shirts.
I did, yeah. I used to get in trouble all the time in youth group for the Metallica shirts.
Yeah.
The Flaming Skull.
Flaming Skulls. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I wore an Ozzy shirt. I'm a diehard Metallica fan, and got called Megadeth. So
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of preconceived notions going on there about Jeremy when he first started coming in.
yeah, I probably wasn't in the best. I I didn't know how to act around church people. We'll say that, I guess.
Yeah, I remember I had a friend when we went to youth group together at a different church. I had a friend who wore like a Guns N' Roses jacket to youth group, and he had splattered red paint all over it.
I know this guy really well. He made it.
Oh yeah,
He painted a knife, and it was a bloody knife, so it looked like the knife was in it. The knife went down the back. It had blood on it, and then he did the blood spatter around it.
So it looked like blood.
Mm-hmm.
And he got in trouble for it. And they told him he couldn't come back to youth group.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't change his jacket. And I was like, he's not coming to youth group. I'm not coming here.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know him at the time, or we weren't close at the time. And I was like, what kind of person you want in youth group, right?
I mean, you would think.
Yeah. So, don't judge people by their band T-shirts.
Yeah.
Don't come up to people with a band T-shirt on and ask them if they know 5 songs.
I do all the time. Mainly to my kids.
Yeah, right.
Because, Maddox had he went to a thrift shop, I guess what they call and he had a bullet for my Valentine shirt. And he's like, I got this new shirt to work out in. And I'm like, you listen to them? And he goes, to who? I was like, the guys on your shirt. He's like, oh, I didn't know they were a band. I was like, dude, name 3 songs.
I mean, if you just like the shirt design.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it was.
Yeah. Fine. But anyhow, back to Ozzy. I like Ozzy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a compilation album that he put out in the 90s, 97, something like that, called The Ozman Cometh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it had tons of great Ozzy songs on it, from the old to the newer ones. It's like you can't find it on iTunes at all. It's not there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because there was one song on there that wasn't on his other albums. And you can't get that song anywhere on iTunes except for the video version. And it's called Back on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of my favorite Ozzy songs. And you can only find it on that album. It's on Amazon, not on iTunes.
Wow.
Bums me out.
Post Malone did.
Yeah.
Jack says Post Malone made Ozzy famous. And yeah, I remember when that song came out, they were like, this Ozzy guy is going to have a future now because...
Thanks, Posty.
Yeah. We'd never know about Ozzy if it wasn't for him.
Well, I mean, consistently put out hit songs up until the time he died.
Mm-hmm.
The newer album he had, that Ordinary Man.
Oh, yeah, where he did a song with Elton John on that one, right?
Yeah. I mean, he did a few songs with different
people. Yeah, with different people on that one, yeah. Was that the one he did with Elton John, Ordinary Man? Was that? It was Ordinary Man, right?
I think it was on that one, yeah. And then the next album, he's got one more since then. And it's got some hits on it, too.
Yeah. What about, was it Patient Number 9?
Mm-hmm.
Was that on that? Or was
that might be on the newest.
That's pretty good.
Patient Number 9? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it might be on the Ordinary Man.
I can't remember now either. I listened to, when I heard the news, I just pulled up like a playlist and just listened to Black Sabbath, Ozzy. So where you land with that before, are you more Black Sabbath or are you more Ozzy? You're more Ozzy all the way, right?
Ozzy, yeah.
I think I am too.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate some of the Black Sabbath stuff because of the music it opened up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we would not have Metallica.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And so, I know if you're watching this and you think 2 pastors who love Ozzy and Black Sabbath, and, you know, they're letting demons in and those things, but I don't see it that way at all. I see it that I can appreciate the artistry. I can appreciate what they brought to music, and so many great hard Christian bands that we have now would not be there if they were not for, you know, Black Sabbath or Ozzy. You know, and they had some great songs.
Yeah.
So I'm more of an Ozzy guy.
Yeah, and they did so much too, like with like giving bands like, you know, a platform.
Yeah.
You know, Metallica definitely is one of those
POD.
bands. Yeah. You know, with the Ozfest and stuff like that. But yeah, even back in the day with Metallica, you know, Ozzy took Metallica on tour, and that's where they really started gaining popularity.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So
really made their first footing was on that tour.
Yes. Yeah. But there's the rumors going around, since we're the 2 pastors talking about Ozzy, there is the rumors going around that an evangelist got to talk to him, and he had gave him a Bible, and they said he cherished the Bible.
Yeah.
And that he's a member of the Anglican Church in England, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, so I follow that guy on Instagram,
Yeah.
and what he does is he goes to Christians and he witnesses to them, or he goes to
Non-Christians?
non-Christians, or entertainers,
Mhm.
celebrities, whatever, and he takes a Bible to them that he's picked out for them for whatever reason, and he tells them God loves them, he loves them, and he gives them this Bible, and he kind of just preaches the gospel to them.
So he picks a specific Bible, like it's not just the generic, like here's the NIV.
No, he tries to make it specific to the person,
I like that.
and really puts thought into it. And so a lot of the celebrities that have got him have been really appreciative, and some of them had some good conversations back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to remember if I would plug him if I remembered who he was.
Yeah, I have it on my phone where I sent you the thing. I think it was that guy, right?
I think so. But I mean, what a great ministry. First
Yeah.
off.
Well,
Just to not be like, he bit the head off a bat, he's going to hell, he gets what he deserves,
Yeah.
Like sometimes you hear that kind of stuff,
But yeah, and I like that, picking a specific Bible, because that makes it that much more,
Yeah, personal.
personal to somebody. You could be like, hey, dude, I got you this Bible because I think you would like, whatever the reasoning is behind it.
I'm trying to remember the person he gave one to, and it was so specific that the person was like, normally we wouldn't talk about these things, but because the thought they put into it, I think he spent some more time with him and was willing to hear what he had to say. And I don't think the person had a conversion moment or something right there, but that guy kind of, didn't you say he kind of claimed that Ozzy affirmed?
Yeah, he affirmed that. Yeah, that was actually the language he used, was he affirmed. So
Yeah. Now I had seen, because this is going to sound crazy. I've been praying for Ozzy to be saved for a long time. Because I told you I'm a fan of Ozzy. Since probably that Ozman Cometh CD, I was like, man, I really hope he gives his life to Jesus. What an awesome thing would that be? Well, look at Alice Cooper.
yes,
Alice Cooper, and even Megadeth's lead singer. We
Yeah.
talk about Megadeth.
yeah, Dave
Mustaine.
yeah.
They both are professing, believing, active Christians.
Mhm.
Especially Alice Cooper. And look at his shows. So dark, and they're
I've
rooted in
seen
this
it.
macabre and just...
We got to see Alice Cooper with a Motley Crue farewell tour and stuff. Yeah, cut his head off. He did all the same stuff,
Yeah.
the guillotine thing or whatever it's called, where it comes down and slices your head.
Yeah, his stage show is kind of dark and sinister and all those aspects
Very
of it.
theatrical.
And that's what Ozzy has always said, that it was part of the show. And I would say, that's true. And to some extent, you could say it's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, he's a Christian too because of Little Nicky. He was the angel that bit the head off the demon bat of his brothers.
I forgot all of
I did too. A guy at work, I could shout out to Matt Clapp. We were talking about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Little Nicky." I was like, "Little Nicky," and he showed me the clip, and I was like, "I'm gonna have to tell my buddy about that because we watched that movie for
forever.
one summer every day, maybe."
Yeah. This is not promoting Little Nicky as a movie at all, by the way, but we watched it a lot. I forgot all about that. Man. So yeah, I always was like praying for that. And I'd seen different things. Because I had seen interviews that Ozzy himself did where he claimed he was raised Catholic and became a member of the Church of England.
Yes.
He said he was confirmed in that church.
Yeah.
And that he has always professed to be a
Yeah.
Christian.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like, he was pretty honest about his faith, I guess, or whatever you call it, because he said that, yeah, he was a member of the church. He said he admitted to, like, he didn't study the Bible a lot, and there was some stuff like that. But
yeah, you don't go to hell because you didn't study enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that can be an issue, but
yeah,
it's like. But then I also heard, seen other interviews with him himself. He's talking with his son Jack, where he was like, really not a fan of organized religion, and he said with it, and I saw him say it. He believed in his higher power, that he had trusted in him. He believed in God, but that he really didn't put much stock in, the organized religion and things.
Yeah.
And I think he was always honest, too, about his struggles with alcohol, drugs, that lifestyle. The death of Randy Rhoads and some of his other friends that had passed, that was
Yeah, but that was
It's
that was
hard
a
on
plane
him.
crash, right? Tragic. Young.
Yeah. And I think he kind of stated it kind of like, he didn't have the intelligence or whatever.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I went on a deep dive of like just watching Ozzy videos. And I didn't realize this, but I came across an interview where Sharon was talking about how he couldn't read, right? And he would get in trouble in school, and the teachers and everybody would like make him sit by the teacher and face the class, and he got made fun of like crazy, to the point where he would leave school. And she said back then it was around the war, so like England was bombed. He would just go to like some place that had been tore down by a bomb and just kind of hang out there. He would just leave school and wouldn't come back. And she talked about like his struggles with, his education and stuff like that. But she said he found, of course he did learn to read and write and stuff like that. But it was mainly because like self-taught music,
Right.
and music was one of his things that, was his escape
Right.
and
Well,
stuff. So
people talk about his songs and his music and his demonic and those things, but if you listen, like his most famous song, "Crazy Train,"
mhm.
To learn how to love, to forget how to hate, it's all these positive themes that are woven into his music.
Mhm.
And that's one thing I liked about some Ozzy songs is like, yeah, there was the dark stuff. There was Mr. Crowley. There was like Perry Mason talking about serial killers, and there was just that dark under.
I like Perry Mason. That's probably one of my
Perry
favorites.
Mason, great song. Yeah, No More Tears.
Mhm.
Those are serial killer kind of things, but they're also what everybody watches on TV. You watch the serial killer dramas.
Everybody's Wife.
Yeah, watching the pathological.
Yeah.
Killer
I had to start
dramas.
watching Criminal Minds with her so I could profile her just in case, something came up. I could see a shift in behavior.
I saw
Thanks,
that.
Hotch.
That was connected to some kind of pathology. They said. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
Yeah.
they said don't let your wife just watch murder shows.
Hmm.
All the wives do. They watch
Yeah.
these murder shows. And so, I love those songs, but there's also this undercurrent of hope in life, and that the song I posted on my Facebook page it was showing these themes about believing in God, not just the Christ of the Bible, but that He was the only way to love, the only way to life, and it's like this is an Ozzy song, and it could be played at anybody's
Yeah.
church. And I posted it not because I'm saying I think Ozzy was saved. I posted it because it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, for one, do not want to be the one that makes a judgment on whether someone's saved or not.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know.
We don't know, but
We didn't get to hang out with
you
Ozzy.
can say the fruit. You can say, yeah, there was a theatrical quality to his shows and things like that. But
Yeah.
you will give account, and those are things that are real.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Well, it's kind of like a Samson's type story. Because I mean, Ozzy was quite wild, and unruly and stuff, and Samson got in, right?
right.
So
I 100% want to believe you.
yeah,
Saved.
it would be
100%. That's my.
it would be awesome.
If you wanted to, you have to say right now, do you think he was? I'm going to say yes. Just because I want to believe he was. And the reports were that on his deathbed, he reaffirmed that he was trusting in Christ as his Savior. And you know what I mean? That, again, that eternal optimist in me wants to be like, I want to see Ozzy there. That's just always hope. Now, with the Hulkster,
Yes.
he was very, open and vocal about his faith in Christ. Also.
Yeah. We're more sure of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
When we get to heaven, we're gonna see he might hit me with the nice leg drop. I'd appreciate that.
See St. Peter. Hello, brother. What you gonna do, brother? Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he talked about it pretty openly on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he told everybody where he went to church, and Joe was like, "You probably shouldn't tell everybody." And he's like, "Oh, brother, everybody's welcome,"
Yeah.
And I was like, "He's legit."
The Hulkster. You
Yeah.
remember the cartoon that the Hulkster was in? It was like all the wrestlers, and they were usually fighting Roddy Piper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All those guys, man. They're
Mm-hmm.
from our childhood.
Yeah.
They were like the stars. Man, they're gone now.
Yeah. Macho Man.
Macho Man's gone. Roddy Piper's gone.
Yep. Now Hulk.
Hulk.
And Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sting.
That was crazy. Like,
Sting still around?
yes, I think so.
I think he Kid of Christ too.
Did he really? Heck
Yeah.
yeah.
What was the other one? Shawn Michaels? Christian?
Yeah. And Sean's still around.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Ultimate Warrior one was crazy because I was under the impression he had died a long time ago, and then he got in the WWE Hall of Fame, and I was like, oh, he's not dead. And it wasn't like a day later, he died. So, yeah. But, yeah, definitely, like I said, the Hulk Hogan and Ozzy one hurt bad. Because,
those were like...
yeah, childhood.
Yeah. Those were rough, you know. You remember just tearing your shirt off?
Oh, yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
The Hulk Hogan, that's what made you try it, was he ripped that shirt. But he also, Rocky 3, I believe his name was Thunderlips. He fought Rocky in a charity event in the Rocky 3 movie. And Rocky 3 is one of my favorites. You know, it's my favorite Rocky movie. And yeah. Sylvester Stallone picked him up, threw him out of the ring. But that was an iconic moment, too, with Andre the Giant. He's gone.
Yeah, Andre.
When Hulk Hogan picked up Andre the Giant and body slammed. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's probably what killed his back.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee it.
Rest in peace to these
large
icons,
dude.
Man. I was like, yeah.
But, yeah. It's a rough one.
Tough week. And Theo. Sorry, Theo.
Yeah, so, yeah.
I never watched it. All right, man, I want to share you something here. Is there any, we've talked about this a little bit, but we're going to talk about it more coming up. Are there any cryptids or mythical creatures that you find yourself believing existed or exist currently?
Oh, yeah, we did talk about this a little bit. There's two right off the bat. I would like to believe in Nessie and the Kraken.
And the Kraken.
Yeah.
Bigfoot, you're kind of iffy on.
Bigfoot, I'll go with that.
Yeah,
I like the sea monsters a little more than I do.
Yeah, sea monsters are...
Except when it comes to Godzilla. I'm a King Kong guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm more Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, I'm Team Kong all the way. Reminds me of Noah a little bit, you know.
Well, I want to ask you, do you believe dragons?
Yes. Because, what was it me and you read that thing, or you read that thing about the T-Rex, where they said the T-Rex may have had wings, and that's why its arms were, you know. So I'm like, that's a dragon. A T-Rex with wings is dragon.
T-Rex with wings is a dragon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know how accurate that is, but, you know, we read it on the internets, so.
Yeah. So that's what got me going. It's like I read an article on the internet about Aboriginal tribes in Australia who had painted dragons on some cave walls.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had a name for these dragons that they believed in, these Aboriginal tribes. And so then I'm like, what other peoples believed in dragons? Let me go down this list real quick. In China, Korea, and Japan, they all believe they have these history of dragons or mythological creatures, dragons, tied into certain religious aspects or controlled weather. This is a theme with dragons that a lot of times they controlled weather.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, in ancient cultures. So in China, they're related to the weather, the sea, and to water.
Mm-hmm.
This is specific to China. But also in Japan, they were kind of related to the sea and the water. In Korea, they were brighter colored and had feathers and things like that. So these cultures in Asia that were believing that. Now here's the crazy thing about China, that when Marco Polo came to a Chinese province, he said that he encountered a 30-foot long, 8-foot wide creature, and it had like tiger claws and great piercing eyes, and all the ones who saw it were terribly afraid. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't alone in seeing the thing. This is Marco Polo. He said when he went to China, he wrote about this dragon that he saw. So there's that account. In India, in Bhutan, there was a thunder dragon. They controlled these dragons, and people said that they were controlled the weather, controlled the thunder. But wherever you see a lot of these dragons, it was like their voice was roaring with the sound of thunder. It's kind of what the mythology said, or what the folklore said, or the history. Some people would say were factual that they saw. In India, this three-headed dragon that breathed fire was part of their historical culture. It's a mythology that it would protect the cattle there.
Gotcha.
And so
they have one of those in Willow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in the movie Willow, there's a three-headed dragon.
Did it spit fire?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember that.
I believe it ate some livestock, too, so that might, protecting might not be accurate.
All right, so Alexander the Great, in 330 BC, while he was invading India, he said he saw a dragon that was 70 cubits long that lived in a cave, and that the locals there worshipped it.
Mm-hmm.
And the locals there worship 70 cubits is like 100 foot long. So they said this serpent type dragon lived in this cave, and they would like bring livestock to it to appease it so it wouldn't attack them, and everyone there worshipped it. Keep that in mind. I was looking this up just now, the history of serpents that we have and their length. A king cobra can get 20 foot long.
That's scary.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I think snakes are scary anyhow. Think of this. A king cobra can get 20 foot long. That's nuts.
All raised up and...
Oh, yeah. They said the Titanoboa could get up to 50 foot long.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say it sunk the Titanic. I was like...
This is not around now. They said it could get to 50 foot long. A green anaconda, they said maybe could get over 30 foot, but they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But they've heard tales that they were 40 foot long. These green anacondas. But that's just what we know of today, just snakes.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think in the garden Satan was a dragon instead of this, and he got cursed? And
What did prehistoric serpents look like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that was one of the curses you have to on your
your
belly.
belly. Yeah.
We assumed that he could walk, but what if it could fly?
What if he could fly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but there was like this shining aspect. So, skip ahead a little bit. In the book of Genesis, it would talk about the serpent would say Nakash, Nakash. And it's like the shining ones was attached to the serpent. And they would say Nakash because in Hebrew it was like that hiss, Nakash.
Mm-hmm.
So that was in the garden all the way back then. So what did prehistoric,
Yeah.
serpents look like? And we know that when I went through Bible school at Liberty, they said that if people live longer back in the day, whether it be unpolluted gene pool or less UV radiation before the flood, less gamma radiation before the flood, and antediluvian Earth may have looked different, the topology was different, people lived longer. If people live longer, then reptiles, as long as they live, do not stop growing. And so now you have fossilized record of these
That's a good point.
reptiles that grow as long as they're alive. And if they live longer, like the Bible says that Methuselah lived,
Yeah, it was 900.
100
Yeah, 900
years,
and some change.
and then that kind of would make sense. But whether you believe those things or not, we have fossil record of giant reptilian creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And so what people are saying, though, is all those were already extinct before people walked the earth. But now we find fossil records of soft tissue and marrow in some of these bones.
Mm-hmm.
And if they were that old, we couldn't have that soft tissue available. And so there is some kind of discrepancy going on there. Now, in the Greek Iliad, we have a typhon. It's a fire-breathing dragon. So that's Greek. German, we have the story of Beowulf. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. The sleeping dragon he stole the cup from, and then it comes and destroys everything.
I forgot all about that.
He suffers a mortal wound.
Yep.
Kind of reminiscent of Bilbo Baggins a little bit,
Yep. I've been thinking about The Hobbit the whole time you've been talking about dragons.
Smaug.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's Christian heritage. St. George slays the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
All these different depictions in early Christian history that shows the church militant defeating the dragon. You know, that scripture in Genesis 3:15. You know, you shall bruise his heel, but he will crush your head. Talking to Eve and her seed, and Satan his seed. And so the church militant depicted as slaying the dragon over and over again. And so St. George slaying the dragon, which I like St. George. St. George's Day is my birthday. So
Oh, nice.
I'm a fan of St. George there. All the way into 1405, year 1405 AD, there was a village in Suffolk, in England. The town was said to be terrorized by a sheep-stealing dragon. This was in 1400.
That was like after the Templars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and they said that it killed the shepherd, and the townspeople came out and shot arrows at it, and it fled into the marshes, never to be seen again. That's in 1405. So this is pretty modern history. African stories about dragons. They had a piasa, which is a water panther.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then Native American culture, they had stories about dragons there also, especially Mesopotamian, or not Mesopotamian, but Mesoamerican cultures. They had those, and also I mentioned the Aborigines. All these cultures, all over the world, have detailed, sometimes pictographed history of dragon-type creatures all over the globe. It makes me think that people at one time saw something, dragons, and they wrote down history of it. We have Marco Polo, we have Alexander, we have in 1400s people talking about this, that they saw dragons. These aren't just like Loch Ness. We saw the Yeti, we saw Bigfoot in the Shaky video.
Yeah.
These are like pretty detailed, and they all are, they coalesce with one another. They're like, you know, they match up across the globe. That they sometimes are usually have something to do with water. You know, they might live in the water, they might live in the sea. They're kind of sea serpents. They kind of have a lot of the same descriptions.
So yeah, Nessie could be a dragon.
But some of them talk about being able to fly and spit fire. That's our idea of dragons. We think of
the fairy tales and stuff
we think
like
of,
that. Yeah.
In English history, like that era of these flying dragons that were shot down by the knight in shining armor. And we get that fairy tale from it. But it goes back, I think, to that garden. That we have to slay the dragon. And that's part of our history as mankind. And it's interwoven into who we are. I think it goes back to that basic, passed down. It's in our genes. We have to slay the dragon. It's in our makeup. So Josephus said in the Antiquities that there were flying serpents that came up out of the ground that would fly from like Assyrian area and go toward Egypt, and that the only way they were stopped from being plagued by these things was that they released these birds called ibis. I think you can look up ibis today, these books. And that the ibises would drive the flying serpents back. And that's what that saved them from. That these flying serpents would come out of the ground, and they would menace people and do them harm and kill them, and these ibises would drive them
What
back.
made them so special to drive out the...
I don't know. They just were natural enemies to them. And so these flying serpents weren't big that Josephus was talking about. But here's a historian who we trust as historical record on a lot of things, and this is the first time I heard that Josephus mentioned anything about flying serpents. And of course we have biblical record. In Numbers 21, I said that God sent fiery serpents to the people of Israel after they complained in the desert and they were bitten. And remember, he told Moses after he interceded for the people, put up a bronze serpent that they would look on and be saved. And so that which cursed them now became their salvation. And so this is part of us. And even in the apocryphal book of Daniel, there's a whole story about Daniel, who was saved from the lion's den, kills the dragon that the king and the people worship. And so the king wanted to bow down for this dragon, and Daniel said, I'm not bowing before the dragon. And he said, I can kill the dragon. And the king said, if you can kill him, then you don't have to bow down. And So David fed him a mixture of like tar and fur and something else. I can't remember what it was, fat. And that the dragon exploded. So that was in the apocryphal book of Daniel.
Huh. How cool is that?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So I just feel like I believe in dragons. I'm gonna go out there. If you don't like Dr. Pepper, don't talk to me. And I believe in dragons.
If you don't believe in dragons, just get on out of here.
Yeah. You don't believe in dragons? Get out. But I think that it is something from the garden that is imprinted on us in our DNA. You have to slay the dragon. It's part of who we are to step on dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's that church militant. It's our calling to crush snakes. And so that's another reason why, Brandy, we're never going to own a snake in my house.
Are you afraid he'd turn into a dragon, or?
I think they're related.
Yeah.
I think they're all related. But that's my stance. I don't know how you feel about it.
I mean, it's hard to argue with all the historians, like Alexander the Great.
Marco Polo, come on.
Yeah, I don't have an argument for you. I wonder if that's why all the fairy tales are like that.
I wonder too.
Because it's like, that is your typical, like, if that's imprinted in our DNA, that's a good story to tell. People relate to that. Oh, yeah, you're the knight that's got to kill the dragon to get the princess.
Yeah, I tell my daughters this all the time.
Dude, I told somebody at work that the other day, and they loved it. So I guess you have to elaborate now.
I'll just tell my daughters that the good king, righteous king, sees the value in his daughter. That's why he puts her in the tower, locked away, to be protected. And he sets a fiery dragon there to protect her. Now, he wants a knight in shining armor to come, and he wants sons, and he wants them to build a kingdom, but he has to prove himself worthy. He has to defeat the dragon. He has to rescue the princess, and he has to build his own kingdom. And I said, I'm both the righteous king who protects his daughter and the dragon. I've got teeth. And so you have to prove yourself and slay your dragon. And that's for everybody, though. That's not just, for those who want to find the princess in the tower. But after you slay the dragon, then the princess puts on her armor too, and you go fight dragons together. You will always have dragons, demons, serpents, whatever you want to call them, in your life that you must defeat. And so it's part of it. I feel like it's part of who we are. It's ingrained in us to defeat dragons.
Well, otherwise, why would there be, like I said, those are the most popular
everywhere.
Fairy tale stories.
All over the world, apparently.
The Hobbit. I mean, that's part of the reason that makes that movie so great, or the book, or whatever, is is Smaug.
Smaug, yeah.
Bathing in his gold.
Yeah, the worm.
Yeah.
And so what sparked it in me is like you've got Aboriginal tribes in Australia who have no contact with these other.
Yeah.
And they have dragon tails. Come on. Come on. It's overwhelming proof about that. The ancient peoples, and it's something locked inside of us to battle dragons.
Hey, I'll jump on the wagon with you.
That's right.
For sure. What are we looking like on time?
Oh, we've been an hour and a half.
Right, an hour?
All right.
Then my other subject will be next time.
Oh, really? You had another one?
I did. I kept it just in my pocket just for if we had time.
I went too long.
You're good. You're good. The dragon thing was awesome. So.
I thought it was fun.
Now you got to find the Kraken in the Bible and stuff like that. That's my favorite.
Well, the last thing I'll say is Leviathan was this sea serpent, right? That God slayed the dragon. So God slaying dragons, we got to be about his business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, there you go.
All right. Peace out.